was going to ask who you live with, but...
Well, you can't say that.
You can't say that.
Can't say that.
Can't say that. Can't say that.
Can't say anything anymore.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Got a Problemmate podcast, video cast podcast on YouTube,
you can
Spotify,
iTunes. What are them other ones?
Google Podcast, Acast,
Yahoo Podcasts.
I don't think so.
Is that not?
I don't think so.
And you can also watch it live streaming on Vimeo.
No, you can't.
I don't know. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. And if you're here for the first time, then welcome aboard.
Salute.
If we've got any muscleheads in, because you caught up with last week's episode with James Ronan, there's not any musclehead chat today. So get out now.
We haven't started. Because
we're recording about 5 minutes after he left. Basically, what's happening between last week's episode and this week's is in real time, me and you have been out and had a band me, which I'm not sure is on the programme for personal training.
That was a nice walk we had.
But
the
what
guy
you
took
don't
ages
realise
to make
is,
it.
while you went for a win to get our guest the tea, I was doing drop-down squats.
Were you? Let me see your squats. Let me see your thighs.
I've got shorts on today.
Yeah, they look good. They look good.
They're good legs. Anyway, you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm looking forward to this episode today.
Really? Why?
Why? Well, I'll let you know in my intro, which shall I do it now?
You can do an intro now.
Before I do,
we're
I
both
should
going to do an intro for you each, and you can pick the best one if you like. That's what we've been doing for the last 100 odd
episodes.
I'm very excited.
Yeah. However, what I should say is, if you want to find out what we really thought of today's guest and the episode, then why not join the Patreon and watch today's post show, which is coming up after the show.
Do you do that for every guest?
Yeah, either pre or post, depending on what time we've got.
Have you already done my one?
No, we were hoping to do a pre one, but it'll be post.
Prejudge it.
Yeah, but no, we talk about our hopes and dreams for the episode. Basically, I've only slagged off one guest ever.
Okay. So far.
No, you haven't.
No, two. Since we did the post show. Yeah, once was like, but I did say it on both.
No,
we're not.
We don't really. I mean, you know us. Did you know each other before?
We were discussing this before.
It's going to be a large part of my intro.
Okay.
Actually, so shall I just do it?
You do your intro.
Okay. On today's show, we have a guest that I'm very excited to speak to because they've been doing stand-up for quite a long time, even though it feels like they're brand new. And they've always done very inventive shows, but they've actually deceitfully been at it for a very long time. I met them in Edinburgh once in a fleeting exchange, and I always thought, I like the cut of this person's jib, but it has never gone any further than that. And now they're on the podcast. So I'm going to investigate and take a deep dive, look into this person's life and career with a jeweler's eyepiece. Our guest today is Sam Nicoresti.
Okay. I mean, it was sort of low-key insulting a little bit.
I know, because I know you didn't mean it to sound insulting, but it did sound like you can't really do comedy.
You've been at this a long time. And
I feel like we're slightly kindred spirits in that way because, like, I've been around a long time.
I have been in the game a while. But
it feels like you're brand new.
Again, we're coming to the back to it.
No,
when
in
I
comedy,
see you perform,
the only thing anyone cares about is
this kid's learning the ropes.
The only thing anyone cares about is like the
how
hot
new
new
it's
thing.
hot
you know
new.
What I mean?
Yeah,
hot new.
Yeah.
I should have said hot new.
I'm going to do
that
an intro.
Hot new would have been better. Yeah.
Today's guest, everyone, is someone that I consider a friend, who I've known for a long time. Actually, to be fair, since about 2014. And they've felt like they've been around for a long time, but that also shows in the comedy. Piece of garbage.
If they're a good friend, why has it taken you over 100 episodes to invite them on the podcast?
Good question.
I've got a lot of good friends.
I'll tell you. Shall I tell you why?
Yeah.
Because your PR emailed in.
I know.
Well, you know that.
I know that.
And then, so that's how good a friend you are. That it's taken your PR.
I had to pay a man to send an email.
And I went through the list and I was like, nah, you'll do.
Well, it's good to see you again.
You too. The winner of the Leicester Square New Comedian of the Year 2021, I believe that's £1,000 if you win that. The Chortle Award for Best Compare nominee, that's no money. And just now, nominated for Best Show at the Leicester Comedy Festival. I was nominated for Best New Show at the Leicester Comedy Festival. Now, have you been paid for yours?
Paid? Oh, what, like
for the show you did? Have you been paid?
I've invoiced for it, yeah.
Have you been paid?
I have not checked my account.
I have not been paid.
You've not been paid?
And that was a long time ago. And we could have both won the awards.
Did you invoice?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to that.
Well, can I just say,
Sam Nicoresti, everybody.
this guy's in dire financial trouble, by the way, because he's getting paid 5 times what you got paid for winning that award for doing a clinical trial.
You're doing clinical trials now?
I'm looking into it.
Oh, okay. You're putting out some feelers.
I'm looking into it.
He's having a blood test.
Having a blood test, and if I have the right antibodies,
Yeah.
they're going to pump me full of whatever it is, you know?
You don't know. But don't you have to go into seclusion for months?
Not for months, for about 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. You've got the dates?
Yes.
Is it good money? Yeah. Okay.
5 bags.
Really? Of what?
Thousands.
Peanuts.
£1,000 in a bag. Wow.
Or should that be 10 bags? Is 500 in a bag?
I'm in a tough spot. I need a cash injection, and I'm even going up for adverts that I hate, and I'm not getting them.
And he's been drinking the same energy drink for 3 weeks.
I've been drinking this for 3 weeks.
Wow.
And I'm going on the auditions. I'm saying, Nat West, you can do it too.
Yeah, you're
And they
putting
say-
way
Did
too
you
much
do that?
emphasis on the brand name.
Nat West.
Yeah, you got to come down on that.
Rose West, you can do it too.
That's a nice joke you did.
Thank you.
He's had a lot of coffees. He's had energy drink. He's had a banh mi.
I'm pumped to be doing a personal trainer.
You guys
Doing
have
a
started pretty
personal
strong
trainer.
with the band me, it must be said. To have a whole episode dedicated to your personal trainer and go straight out and get a band me.
Yeah, he's going to hate that.
Decision
if he
number
watches it
one.
back. Yeah. I just thought it was better than a Tesco meal deal.
Sam,
And basically, I had my eye on it before I came in this
He
morning.
did. He kept talking about it.
Mm.
Sam, we have a feature here at Got a Problem, Mate Gapham. It's called Vet the Guest. It's where we determine if you can stay on the podcast or you gotta leave.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's 6 questions. It's kind of like a personality test. Please tell the truth.
Okay.
With them.
Is this quite scary?
And I can tell.
Yeah, he can tell. He did a course.
You
Another
are
course.
staring right through me.
The Open University. What is that then?
What, me looking straight through?
The
him?
Open University.
Looking straight through someone is...
What's that then?
Which one do you want to
Open
answer
University.
first? Open University. Well, you take Open University and then I'll take looking right
Open
through
University is doing it from home.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's
whenever
what you
you're under your
learn.
own steam.
someone. Okay. And then I guess looking through somebody is where they look like they're not engaging with you but looking beyond you into some deeper part of you that you thought was private.
Sam,
Really?
basically, this is the only acting technique that I've got, is looking straight through. And I will now look straight through the audience.
Don't do that.
You don't like it, huh?
He doesn't like
It's not nice.
That's because I know what's in there, and it's nothing.
It's not nothing. 6 questions. Please
Okay.
tell the truth.
Oh my gosh.
Question number 1. You got a lava lamp?
I actually I've got a
a
fat
good
lava lamp.
Have you?
Yeah, have you ever heard of these things?
Sorry.
I
say
got
again.
really into I
Fat
got
lava
obsessed with the idea last year of buying a lava lamp. I
Yeah.
thought it would complete my life.
Yeah.
I put it into eBay. This thing came up called a fat lava lamp. And it's like a form of pottery from West Germany in the 70s. They make these like beautiful bulbous shapes. It's like the clay itself is for lava. And I got one of those instead.
What?
I'm just Googling it now.
Look
I
them up.
can't visualize what that is.
No, well, it's the one I've
You
got,
looking up.
it's almost like a sort of an Ottoman Turkish, like you'd find it in a bazaar.
And does it do lava lamp
Where's the lava?
stuff?
No, just a normal bulb. But here's the thing, right? They got a bulb in the top and a bulb in the base. Those holes in the base are to allow like a floor lamp to come through. And I, being quite clever, put an LED light in there. So I've got like a colour changing. I put it on when I'm having parties. Yeah, I have
Right,
lights
so this
for
is what I'm
like
talking
all
about.
different occasions.
Bloody hell.
Mm.
Is it quite effective? Is it big?
It is quite big, yeah. I'd say, it's the size of like a small man or a big child
Wow.
Right.
standing up.
Sam, if today goes well, can I get invited to a party?
Yeah, of course.
Great.
I'll
Can
put
I
the lamp
come
on for you.
Can I
Great.
come?
We'll see. I mean, talk to my PR.
All right. All right.
I used to have one of those. Do you remember those like sand lava pictures
Yeah.
where it's like liquid and then like some coloured sand? You turn it upside down and it would all like
That's pretty good.
the
Yeah.
landscape would change.
Yeah,
Do you
those
ever
Why
see
do I not
that?
have one of them in my life now?
I like all this sort of stuff.
Listen. We've been doing this over 100. We've never had a gift sent in. If someone wants to send me one of those, I'll have it.
What do you want? A thing with some sand in?
Send it into the studio.
Question number 2. Are you interested in space?
Hugely. Yeah, massive. Love space. I did a whole show about space.
Yeah, I thought you might have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that why you put it down as a question?
Yeah, I
he
looked.
just randomly selects the questions from like a group of questions that he's had for years.
Right, okay.
Because I don't understand. I find it boring, but I
Boring?
shouldn't. Yeah.
No, you definitely shouldn't find it boring. No. It's a call to a greater contemplation, isn't it? Bilal, really?
No, it's not.
No.
Empty, sure, but boring. No.
It's full. It's so full.
But it's also empty.
In a way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had to stop thinking about it for a while because I started really freaking out about it last year. So for a while I couldn't look up because I got too scared.
What were you scared of exactly?
I felt like I'd sort of seen through the truth of everything, and I was like, we really are just like standing sideways on a rock here. And I started freaking out about like falling off for a bit, so I had to chill out.
Well, how do you think flat earthers feel?
Like pretty secure. I think that's the entire point, that they feel like their feet on the ground, nice.
Could you
flat.
not just trick yourself into being a flat earther?
Well,
and then you won't have to worry about falling off the side.
Right. I mean, I suppose that's probably how they get into it. No, there has to be a sort of a
I don't know. I think it's tattoos.
Do you?
Yeah, a dodgy tattoo, and then someone goes, "Yes, brother, I've got something I want to talk to you about," and then all of a sudden, "Yes, brother."
Get pulled into their network.
Yeah.
Lovely. Question number 3. How do you react if you walk past someone you went to school with?
Or, I mean, which school? Like secondary, primary?
I think secondary, really. I mean, primary, would you even...
Remember them? Yeah, I got a couple of guys that I would not forget. There was Curran.
Okay.
For example, he was obsessed with dinosaurs and he would always stare at me during geography lessons. And he had the biggest eyes and he'd just stare at me all lesson.
Well, you know that your eyes never change size.
Well, this guy must have really big eyes.
So when you're a kid, like your eyes look bigger because your skull hasn't grown.
No, I'm telling you, this guy had big eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I used to have bigger, but my face has got bigger.
Really?
I'm not even talking fatter because of the person. I'm talking like when I was a kid, I had like huge bug eyes, and I've grown. My face has grown.
But you still have like nice, expressive eyes. I would say.
Thank you.
I'm not seeing like
they
your
look
eyes
a bit like
set
sleepy
into-
dopey.
No, I don't think so. No, they're wide awake, looking straight through me.
Yeah, that's because of all the energy drinks. By the way, can I say, I think we gave Bilal a tough time because he's gone through your PR.
Mm-hmm.
But what I should say is, I've just been having a look. These are all brand new questions.
Really?
So
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
he
really
will reuse
kind.
them after. They're not
I mean,
exclusive.
some
but
of
it's
them
the
are
first time.
fantastic. I mean, the lava lamp question was
that's
brilliant.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
That's why I
really
should
good.
learn
Hand.
about a person. Oh, is it? Right.
I was
Question-
a bit worried about this because I was listening to some previous episodes and I was hearing some of the questions other guests had and I was thinking, I wouldn't know what to do with that.
I think you would.
I was worried I was going to fail this test so
It's
hard.
not over. So why are you so confident?
Is it like a 1 and you're done?
There's 6 questions.
Okay, and a
You've
single-
answered 3.
Correctly.
You did okay. We're not going to use it in the thing. It's all going to get cut
We'll
out.
edit it down to one question.
Really?
Obviously.
You edit
We'll
it?
just speed that bit up.
Our voices will be squeaky. yeah. Question 4. What's your meal deal then?
This was the one I was
actually,
worried
this
about.
one is in there again.
Oh,
I did
really?
This
see
was
that.
literally the one I was
Well,
like,
I have another alternative one if you're really worried about it.
I can tackle it. I haven't done the meal deal in a while. Literally, last meal deal I had
That's a
was,
sign of success.
or I just don't leave the house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's more about not leaving the house. I'd say the quality of my meals has not gone up. I would say that the Tesco feels like outpriced for me.
Right. Okay.
I consider the Tesco's like near where I live to be. I would go on a special occasion. I would go there to get like a profiterole. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not.
Okay.
I like a profiterole.
Yeah, special dessert. Date night.
See, they are worth buying because they're so hard to make.
Yeah.
A sandwich,
yeah.
you can make that.
Profiterole, they're the round boys,
Yes.
but they're like an eclair.
Yeah, like
In a way, yeah.
What do you
Eclair
prefer?
droplets.
Oh, a profiterole. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why. I guess an eclair
They're the
always ends up
same.
feeling like it's too much pastry. There's too much bread in there in the end.
Yeah, not enough cream.
Yeah, and it's when you bite down a squeeze and the cream's going to get pushed at the end. It's like eating a sort of a dessert hot dog. I don't like
It is like that. Have you seen hot dog eating contests where they dip it in water?
They dip it in water.
Yeah,
To
get
the
more
bread
in.
down.
No, really.
Yeah, so you could do that with the eclair.
Another reason why.
The chocolate would melt off.
Yeah.
Let's try it tonight.
I'm not trying.
Don't tell the
I'm not
personal
even-
trainer.
I'm not seeing you tonight.
You are. Question.
I'm going to New Malden.
Okay. Did you answer?
Do you want me
No,
to?
yes, please.
Last
Oh.
meal deal I had, can I tell you this? Changed the game.
Yes.
It was in Paddington Station. I was on my way to a gig. I got a chicken tikka masala from the hot bit. You know where they keep the weird chickens, the rotisserie bit.
Yeah.
They had it was an upgraded meal deal.
No.
Yeah, I got a chicken tikka masala, and then I kind of mucked up a little bit because I went wild and I got prawn cocktail crisps and like a Starbucks macchiato.
Bloody hell.
And it was so dry.
That's
I was on the
indigestion
train
as
just
well.
dying.
Do you feel
Yeah.
like that combo explains to somebody that's never seen your comedy? That explains your comedy style.
Well, I'd hope not, because there was like no underlying theory behind any of it. It was just disjointed, like random selections. It was maximalist, I suppose. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe. I'd hope not, though.
Okay. Question number 5. Do you have Gucci Gang paste?
Do I have? I would say gochujang.
Gochujang.
I actually do have gochujang and also red miso in my fridge. I haven't touched the gochujang in a while.
Touch it.
I'm a white
Yeah.
miso
You
guy.
got to touch it.
But this is the thing with it, like it's always consumed within
Yeah.
like a week.
That's
or
Just
something.
not-
ignore that.
That's not.
You can keep going.
You can keep that in the fridge for 2 years.
That's
You're
not
not
what
supposed
they
to.
say
Yeah, they do.
You're not
on the
supposed to.
box.
I'm pretty sure
Keep this around for 2 years once open.
it didn't say 2 weeks. It didn't say 2 weeks.
Okay, well mine was like
I don't know what you've got.
yeah, and it's in like a screw-on glass jar, so you'd assume
No,
it's
it's
quite.
not glass, mine. It's plastic.
Oh, okay.
PFAS.
From Tesco. Where'd you get yours?
I got mine from Spa.
Did you?
Posh Spa, yeah.
Okay.
They're weird, them posh spas. I don't really understand.
I don't understand how a spa could be posh, but they've done it. Yeah. They
Well,
really
there's
have.
more than one.
I don't-
Is there?
Well, the one that I know of is in Homerton.
Okay, the one
is it
I
not
know
Homerton?
of is in Walthamstow.
Right, so there's more than one.
There's more than one.
The spa shouldn't be posh.
No.
Write in gotaproblemmate@gmail.com.
Have you seen a posh spa? We'll get so many comments in the comment section.
Yeah, no.
And by that I mean one.
yeah.
What's the white miso? Is that what you said you had?
Oh, I got red miso.
Red miso.
But white
What'd you do
miso,
with that then?
like mix it into broths and so on to make like a miso soup base. Or
Is that good?
yeah, it's good. Yeah. It's giving that umami.
Oh, stop.
Yeah. Okay.
Question 6. What do you want to be?
What do I want to be?
Yeah.
Like right now.
Really, what do you want? Look, you got a Leicester. I bet you were sad when you didn't win that award, right? Pathetic, right?
I wasn't, because I would have been annoyed if I'd lost to someone that was like.
Did you go to the ceremony?
I did go. It was pretty embarrassing. I think I was the only one up for that award that went to the
didn't
ceremony.
go.
And I
Yeah.
dressed up really nice and everything. Had like a lovely.
They
It was like
should've just
a
let you
refitted
have-
kimono dress on, makeup, hair all done. Freaking lost. That burn. But I think if
Was
I lost
the
to
winner
someone,
there?
No, she wasn't. But it was
Oh.
well deserved. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not like.
No, it wasn't.
And then I had to
Who
do
was it?
Katie Norris won, and then I did a podcast with her the day after.
I don't know Katie Norris.
I
do
don't. I was going to do that. Whatever.
Oh, Farm for Tout.
It's
It's a wicked show. It's a really good show. Yeah, like comedy, music, character. My show's
Why?
good too. of
Why
course,
do you
but-
think?
course.
Why do you think their show's better than yours?
Brilliant performer. Do you know what I mean? Writing. They've been doing it for 2 years, working
What a
on it.
horrible
Dedication.
question from you.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this.
I'm doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
What do you? But what I mean by what do you want to be?
Yeah.
Is, what do you see yourself becoming? Will you present the wheel when Michael McIntyre retires, for example? Will
like
you?
career-wise.
Would you like to be like Joel Dommett?
Ellen DeGeneres.
Would you like to be like Ellen DeGeneres?
Yeah, like some sort of chimera of all of those.
What do you want to? Do you want to be a writer? Do you want to?
I'd love
Do you want to go on Taskmasters?
Doesn't everyone just want that career, like the
Do you want to be on that
Kitson,
laugh? Let's
Kitson
laugh
career?
till we're
Do
Let's
you?
not laugh.
Game.
Yeah, to have like
No social media.
Oh, I'd love no
yeah,
social
that would be
media.
awesome.
I don't think anyone.
And just like occasionally announce a series of dates that like sell out instantly, and you get to come and do like
yeah, that's cool.
you know
I would love one of those Instagrams where I don't follow anyone.
right.
You know what I mean? There's
How
no
annoying.
followers.
Loads,
Just like,
loads
Yeah.
of followers. Yeah,
I had that when I first started a TikTok. I didn't follow
Yeah,
anyone,
same.
and I felt really good. But then I think the algorithm started punishing me.
Yeah.
So I started following people,
Oh, I'm
and
gonna
the
have to
algorithm
start.
is still punishing
So
me.
you want to be like a Kitson type?
I guess it would be not. I would like to transition gracefully into a period where I could like write more plays and just like one person shows. Do you know what I mean? Because that's how I started. I don't really stand up. I really enjoy doing stand up, but it scares me quite a lot, and I don't really know what the future is for me in
Yeah,
it.
that's the thing that scares me about it.
Yeah.
Is for me, I'm not scared of doing stand up because because I've been doing it for 20 years now. I've kind of finally got over that, but
Right.
I am scared of where it's leading.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't have a fucking pension. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
This is what I mean. Like you kind of need like one good sitcom appearance under your belt, something that's going to keep repeating those worlds, something like that.
Can I just whisper something to you, Sam?
Yeah.
He doesn't need to worry about pensions. Yeah. He's got family wealth.
Oh, is it?
My dad
the
owns-
clinical trials are paying the bills.
No,
is it?
it's my dad owns Barclays Bank, basically. And
Oh, right.
by doing this clinical
And they
trial,
still can't
there's
get
a
you on the
loophole.
adverts for it. That's mad.
I don't have family wealth. Do you think I'd be here
Yeah.
talking to you?
Yeah,
No
you-
chance,
yeah.
mate.
Yeah, but you don't get the family wealth until
I'd be with
until
Ed
someone
Gamble.
cops it.
Congratulations, Sam. You did really well on Vet the Guest.
Oh, thank God. Thank you.
You scored 7,500, and that's very high. And you can stay on the podcast. Now, do you remember where we met?
Well, is this? We're now out of
We're
the
out
Vet
of
the
the-
Guest.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right,
We're
yeah.
out of Vet the
You can
Guest.
have
You
however
can
you want.
stay.
Yeah. Can I say this? Because my partner reminded me of this morning. I don't know if it's where we met, but was it in the back of a van? Do you remember when we did comedy in a van?
They've got you
On
here.
the
They've got you
Haymarket?
here.
We didn't do... Oh, it was like an interview.
No, we did a stand-up gig in the back of a van.
Oh, jeez, I think I did do that.
Do you remember?
Yes.
Such a bad idea.
But that wasn't where I met you.
Okay.
I believe the old Glang show
Oh, yeah.
that you did with our friend Sean Morley.
Yeah,
Do
right.
you know Sean? He's lovely. You'd like him.
Brighton?
No,
Based?
Sean. Brian?
No, I said Brighton based.
And
Yeah.
you, I think it was 2014. So it was the first time I went up there. So
Yeah.
I'd just started comedy, really. You kicked a chair off the stage and it hit my arm. Do you have any memory of that?
Yeah, I remember that. Clear as day. That was the Glang show.
Yeah, and I was quite annoyed at you.
You were so annoyed. Yeah.
Well, I had
we
it
weren't
right.
friends for a little bit, but now...
But I didn't know you.
Right.
I knew Sean.
Yes.
And you were this random person who kicked a metal chair off the stage.
I had
and
a lot
hit
of
my arm.
energy back then. I didn't know what to do.
You don't
with.
do that now.
I
You
don't.
don't do the kicking chair bit.
I've chilled out so much. Yeah. We were in the sports bar. You know when you come straight out of Edinburgh Waverley, the
what a
big
venue.
sports bar that was there. It was PBH
Have you been in
Fringe.
there?
I think I might
What a
have,
venue.
I think
So
I may have
funny.
gone and watched some football there once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a sport. It's a 500 capacity nightclub.
Yeah.
We were doing a free fringe show with no advertising. We were getting like 6 people in a day. It all just got a little bit sleepover, I think. Do you know what I mean? When it's like that, it felt very naughty.
Did you do the whole month?
Yeah, we did the whole month every day. Yeah,
And are you going to Edinburgh this coming
I am
summer?
I'm up. I'm going up. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your venue?
I'm going to be in the Pleasance first year on the
Wow.
Plains. I know, scary.
What time?
20 to 6, 1740 and Bunker 2.
20 to 6.
20 to 6.
That's the worst time.
Is it?
Yeah, they're closing Edinburgh between 6 and 7.
Oh, it shuts down, does
But
it?
yeah, they've... do
Sunday
you not-
trading laws.
Yeah.
Right. Call to prayer and everyone goes to the Tron.
I don't know about your background in terms of class, but I felt the only time I ever did the Pleasance, coming from a working class background, I felt like they did not want me there.
Right.
So watch out for that.
Well, I mean, I guess I'd put myself in the middle class, but still very much feeling like not well. 'Cause I think you're always going to be at a level where you feel like an outsider, right?
At the Pleasance.
In life.
Yeah, right.
Not me.
I suppose
always
if you're a
fit in.
comedian, yeah.
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 Well, I don't know. Some comedians are quite like cool and like
Yeah,
popular and
Gamble.
stuff.
You say that, but I think they will hate themselves.
Do you think Gamble hates himself?
Not Gamble.
Big pile of money? Do you think Domit?
Joel Dommett.
Joel Dommett.
Massive hog?
Wild
I
claims.
know about that, no.
I know about it. We all know about it, okay? I'm so sorry about this. Sam, do you have a problem that you brought for us today to discuss?
Do I have a problem?
Did your PR tell you about that bit?
He passed it on. Yeah. Well, and listen, also, you know, I listen to the podcast.
Do you?
I did my research. Research.
Thanks.
Of course, yeah. And
Did you think it was any good?
I did actually, yeah. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. I gave it a little follow on my Spotify.
Oh,
respect.
Yeah. Because obviously it's like, you know, podcast, but
Too much.
yeah, you guys have got really nice chemistry. It was good.
Thank you.
We actually genuinely don't like each other, so that's why it comes across like that.
We're
Right.
contractually obliged.
We've only got to do another 300 episodes and then we are allowed to leave.
Finally.
What was the question?
Did
Did you bring a problem?
Do I have a problem?
The whole crux of the podcast.
Right. I've got two problems because I wasn't really sure if I'm allowed to speak about one of them because it's like an ongoing like legal matter.
Well, that's up to you.
Okay, I guess so. Yeah. But I wasn't sure. And the other one is like quite historic, but has always puzzled me. So I guess the first one, I've got to come up with £500 by the end of the week.
Oh.
Because I got fined for dropping a cigarette outside Birmingham New Street Station.
Yeah.
500 quid?
Yeah.
Wait. So how did
Is
that...
this a fine where, because it hasn't got to you because you've changed addresses, it's snowballed? Or is it always £500?
It snowballed quite drastically.
Right.
Yeah. And I'll, shall I say that the arresting officer took the details down wrong.
Wow.
Okay? Because I know you can just lie about this stuff, but I, in the moment, couldn't think of a single lie. So I did just give my full...
Like Alan Partridge.
Yeah.
With the road cone.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a single thing. So I gave him a full, but he spelt my surname wrong by like 2 letters.
Right.
And when the letter came at first, I convinced myself I'd got off scot-free because I thought like, well, legally you can't arrest, Nicoresti.
Yeah.
And then I was having a party where I was just coming up on quite a big trip.
Right.
Where I, for some reason, bought
all the letters in your name rearranged around in the letter.
I brought it up with someone as if like, oh, this is a funny thing that I did. Yeah, and yeah, like birds. But everyone at the party was like, no, that's just not real. And then I had I was up till 4 a.m. stressing about this fine. And I finally checked it out and it's grown.
So what was it initially?
75 quid, which I think is still too much. Can I say...
That is a lot.
In full disclosure, I had the little cigarette. I looked around. There was nowhere to put it in the bin. So I stamped it out. The guy came over. He was like, you just dropped that. I said, do you know what? No problem. I picked it up. I put it in my pocket. Still fine me. I've still got that cigarette. Yeah.
Well, obviously you've got a pretty shit hot PR because how else would you have ended up on here?
Right.
I think you put on a benefit show just to make the £500 back.
Yeah, I had genuinely considered that a little bit, but I think you only get to do like one Kickstarter in your life, don't you?
But it's not a Kickstarter.
Say.
You do a gig, and then it's like at the end, you
I
pass around
invest
the
all
bucket.
the funds.
No, you say like all the money raised from this show is to go towards my fine.
I say that at the end. At the beginning. At the beginning of the show.
How long have you left it for?
Like 8 months.
So if you left it for why don't you just leave it till it goes up to 100 grand?
Why would
and then see what they say?
Why would I do that though?
Because they won't ask for the money.
But they are
asking for 500.
They're asking
have they been
back
Are they
in
asking
touch?
for it like the TV license person asks for it?
Yeah, right. Please.
We might be in your area on a Tuesday.
I think they've got me. I think they've got me now.
Okay.
Is there surely if you call them and say I can't afford it, payment plan?
So this is the thing. You can do that, but I haven't done it. I'm very task avoidant. I'm just very bad.
No,
at
I totally get it, especially with something like that. It's stressful.
Yeah, I'm just not going to think about it. It doesn't exist. Yeah, so this is why it's now the end of the week. I've got to find. I don't have that. I don't have that.
No, but you say, can I pay? I can only afford.
I think
£20
if you call them,
yeah,
then you can have it arranged in some other way. But I think you also have to at least try and contest it as you did pick it back up.
This is like genuine advice.
Your name wrong.
Yeah. Make it clear they spelt the name wrong.
I thought it was for someone else.
I thought that was for Sam Nicoresti.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Say it didn't even get to your address.
Right.
Somebody brought it round.
Yeah.
Don't it just be like
a masked
the date
man.
just be like the date that I got it was way after the date of the letter, probably because you've spelt my name wrong.
Right. Yes. Get away with it that way.
Go for
it's
it.
Not really how letters work.
No,
but...
they've got to get the address wrong.
Yeah.
It's not really reaching.
I'll try it.
Are you losing sleep over it?
Well, I was when I was on that trip. Yeah, hugely.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have slept anyway. From the tripping. I
yeah,
suppose.
mate, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think payment plan is the best
Payment
option.
plan.
But also,
Or-
but you don't. I
but
think you got. I think
they
you
might
got to negotiate. Yeah,
They might.
Get it
You
down.
might be able to be like, look, can I pay £100?
Yeah.
and that's it.
And that's it.
They might.
And
Can you
you've gotta
do
say,
that?
I picked it
You
up
can
and
do
put
it
on-
with.
Yeah, you can chat.
Yeah,
to
you
me.
can do
Okay.
it with some debts. You can sort of settle.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. I'll look into it.
No, I had it. It was horrible. Like, I didn't pay the dart charge. What's that? £1.50.
Yeah.
And because I'd moved place, but hadn't changed it on my driver's license, all the letters were going to my old place, and then it was like 250 quid.
Yeah, it's
And I had
crazy,
to
isn't
pay
it?
by
For
Friday.
what? What
And
would-
I crumbled. I just paid it.
You paid it.
But
I'm thinking of paying it because I just want it gone.
I think you should at least call them first.
Okay.
See if you can.
But
be
I
like,
think the problem here isn't what you're going to do about the fine. The problem is what are you going to do about avoiding the task of talking to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of this episode, you're going to sit right there.
Really?
And
Yeah.
we're going to sit on you until you've made the phone call.
Sit on me.
We're going to pile on until you make the phone call.
And we've been eating a lot of protein.
Yeah. Okay. You're gonna hold me down.
Yeah.
In this receptionless basement.
Yeah, you can WhatsApp call them on the Wi-Fi.
Can you? All right.
Well, you won't be able to.
But I think also you
Yeah.
can massively contest that you picked it up and put it in your pocket.
But say, look, can I pay £75?
Right. And you think the council will?
They might. I don't
see
know.
the light.
You got to Google it and see. People will probably talk about it on Reddit.
Oh, I've been on every single Reddit, our legal advice on this. Yeah. It's, I will say, and you know, whatever, it is a scam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of people online are saying like, because they get paid on commission, these guys. It's like
course.
private contractors.
Yeah, of
they will
course.
just accuse like random people of it.
Mm.
So,
Well, also, my friend Kishore, he used to be a comedian. I don't know if you remember him. Kishore Nair.
no.
No, okay.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. He's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. And he
He's a lawyer.
absolutely hates it when I give out his services for free. But if you want me to put you in touch with Kishore,
Yeah,
maybe he
yeah.
can help you write a really strong letter.
Okay.
He's very good at that
A
stuff.
strongly
Whom it
worded.
may concern.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oi.
the approach.
Stop it.
That's what
Council
my dad used to do. That was his go-to. Instead of like getting angry with people, he'd write a sternly worded letter.
But you have to say things like, you know, due to the fact that I've got ADHD and I can't do tasks.
I was going to
think-
mention
I
autism.
think-
Yeah, that's going to be my defense.
Be like, I think the newspapers would be interested to hear about this, don't you?
Interested, let them know who I really am. Sam Nicoresti,
Yeah, but
best show
also,
nominee.
yeah, but also it's like, then they go, oh, we don't want the bad press.
Right. Okay. Which could start here.
It could
This
start
could
here.
be it.
The other thing is, get in touch with Birmingham's favourite son, who also loves to bother people with high-profile letters and cases. Joe Lycett could
Eco
help you out.
boss.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think we've genuinely given out some good advice on it.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried about bringing this one in because it feels a little like heavy for the.
No, it's
but
great.
It's absolutely
We love to
given-
sink our teeth into these things.
You've really actually made me feel a lot better about this problem.
I've actually got a problem that I talked about on, was it last week's show, the week before, but it hasn't been dealt with by you. I feel like you gave a very short shrift. And I want to bring in an impartial ombudsperson to this.
Okay.
So, Sam.
fine.
I have a season ticket at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. We've already discussed the goal line bar being the longest bar in Europe.
Do you like football?
Do I like football?
Do you like football?
Well, I don't mind it.
Mm.
I also don't know much about it, but
Right.
so
And-
completely
and-
neutral.
And Tottenham haven't won a trophy in about 20 years. And at the moment, we're in the quarterfinals of a European competition. We got to the final of the biggest European competition a couple of years ago, and I went to Spain to the final, and we lost. And it was quite a sort of traumatic experience.
Okay.
But if Tottenham gets to this final, I have tickets on the same day that I've paid quite a lot of money for to go and see Tyler, the Creator.
Oh.
So
Do you like music?
Yes.
if this clash comes up,
Yeah.
what do I do? Because obviously, me and my girlfriend are going to see Tyler, the Creator. It was like 180 quid a ticket,
Yeah.
which is an extortionate amount of money. But I thought, what a performer! Let's
Right.
see this person in the flesh. You know what I mean?
So you're talking about like, okay, on the one hand, you know, highest hope. You go see Tottenham, they win. They
Yeah.
break the 20-year curse.
Yeah.
Elation, jubilation, Mike, and you weren't there.
Yeah.
on the other side, what you miss out on the Chromacopia tour, where he's doing some of his best work, to go and suffer another humiliating defeat.
And I've got to take into account my girlfriend's involved in this.
Right.
On one side, my friends are expecting me to go to the football.
Yeah,
is the other make weight, and
I don't know if that really balances.
And I've seen Tottenham win that trophy that we won. Yeah. I was there.
So you think you could be the lucky
shoe?
No,
I haven't even thought about it like that. What I'm saying is, I've seen them win it. I haven't seen Tyler, the Creator.
But you don't know. You're assuming Tyler, the Creator is going to be perfect. He might fall.
He might fall over.
He might hurt his ankle.
Not tie his shoelace up.
Yeah, then that's it.
Yeah. Ligament damage first minute.
He gets subbed off.
Ear lifted out at the gig. Where are you seeing him?
O2. But I'm in the front pen.
With people?
No, so basically the front section, I didn't realise this, but because I thought, when he announced it, he was only doing one date.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, I've never seen Tyler. I have to see Tyler, Creator. The only way to get the early access tickets was if you had an Amex card, which obviously I haven't got a pension. I'm unlikely to have an Amex. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my brother, he's different gravy. So I said, let me borrow your Amex.
Okay.
And I got the tickets. But I didn't realise that you were also buying tickets for a select area of the O2, which is in front of normal people. So the front bit is for American Express only.
Why are they putting you at the front?
Because you want to be right near the action.
That's like cannon fodder.
Why? Sure. What happens there?
Well, just a little bit like you've got all these people that are there to like share in the like communal joy of seeing an artist, and then all of this like protected like wildlife safari Amex, like rich people in the front.
Yeah, they are all going to be wankers, aren't they?
Yeah. And I think people are going to like just like throw.
But let me tell you,
a
fox has gone into the chicken coop.
Okay,
I'm the fox.
Fox amongst the chickens.
I'm going to get in there. And
they do that at like Wembley though.
Yeah,
for the FA Cup final. The best seats are all the corporate.
Yeah. Well,
that's life.
I'm living the high life. So what? I'm going to give that up to get a ferry to Bilbao.
Well, when you put it like that.
That's quite nice, doesn't it?
But then are you going to be looking up? Your neck's going to get...
I'll be training for that.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're doing your lifts. You know you got to lift with the muscles, not the...
Yeah, this is all in my personal training.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's one of my goals. I want a strong neck for Tyler, the Creator.
Have you seen Sliding Doors?
The film?
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Do you think this is a sliding doors moment for me?
Yeah.
Your whole life
big time.
hinges on this.
It's so bad, that film. You could have, it's the split screen, isn't it? And it's Joey at the football and at the gig doing the same thing.
Because I think I can get away without knowing the score till I get home and just watch it.
You can't.
I can.
You can't get away with it because there will
I won't take my phone out.
You will see Tottenham fans
around.
No,
I won't take my phone out.
Doing either cartwheels.
I'll be at the O2.
Yep.
I'll get straight on the Jubilee line.
Yeah.
To Stratford. Into Bethnal Green.
Right.
Walk up the road.
And you think you're not going to come across any Tottenham Hotspurs
You're going to walk past pubs. Come on, mate. It's not possible.
Yeah, but I know what pubs I'll go past and I won't look in.
You're going to have blinkers on.
Maybe I would even go as far as to get a cab home. And in that Uber, I'll put no music, please.
Yeah, the flipping, No
it's
radio.
a risk, but I mean, I think you're more guaranteed a good time. But I suppose on a personal note, maybe the Tottenham thing would mean more to you. You know?
Yeah, but I go
to
a lot of Tottenham. You know,
have you bought the tickets for both?
No, because we don't know if we're going to be in the final. We're only in the quarterfinals.
So you have the tickets
won't. They probably won't.
By next week's episode, this could be solved.
Suck. Right. Sam,
we are doing badly.
Really?
They are awful, and I hate that team.
Oh, well, why are we talking about this then?
Exactly.
It means a lot to me. And
do you like Tyler, the Creator's song when he's all whispering? He's like, calm down, sit down, dipper. Yeah,
I like that one.
And then what if he's like, Tottenham won the cup?
Oh, he's like giving the scores out in between.
I was going to say, I don't see that he's going to do current affairs, but I was at a music festival in Spain and Dizzy Rascal was on and all the power cut out, which meant none of his music worked. But for some reason his mic did. I think it was a radio mic. And even though he's a rapper and so therefore he could quite easily freestyle, I'd imagine, being a garage MC, however he started out, he just went, he got his phone out, he went, Man United are winning 2-1.
Was it
funny, just like reading the news. No, he just didn't. He panicked. He didn't know what to do. And he went, let's see what's going on at home while we wait for the stuff to come back.
Did the crowd take to it?
I think we're all just a bit confused.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
How long did he do that for?
About a good 2 or 3 minutes. I was like, just do a freestyle. Man.
That's a long time. I don't know if he's really known for his freestyles. I don't think he...
But you could do
It's like when a stand-up can't improvise.
Right.
It's me.
He
know what I
can.
mean?
He can.
But I'm scared of it, so I wouldn't
He's
do
just
it.
scared.
I wouldn't do it if the power went out.
Oh, if the power went out, no, you'd stand in silence.
You go, Man United are winning. Yeah. It's
So-
like when you see a musician and their bantering between songs is poor.
Mm-mm.
And you go, how could you be this bad?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm looking at. I go to music gigs for the in-between
Yeah.
because I like talking.
You want them
That's 'cause you
to
like
say
comedy.
hello at the start and then get going. 2, 3 songs in, say how
Funny
you
story.
doing. Funny story comes 6, 7 songs.
Do you
in.
think?
Yeah, 20-minute mark. Yeah, and then the 40-minute lull. That's like, thanks so much for having me, and then out. I don't want to see chat at a music. gig.
I saw a band at a festival called the Babe Rainbow
Yeah,
from Australia.
yeah.
And the guy just went, "We're having a massive time." I love that. I still reference that all the time. Sometimes I'll just say it around the house.
Yeah, that's quite
We're having
nice.
a massive time. But I was telling Bilal on last week's episode, the week before, I can't remember, it might have even been on the Patreon, about I went to see Benjamin Clementine in Cologne.
Do you know
And-
Benjamin Clementine?
I don't know Benjamin
Me
Clementine.
neither.
He's a very accomplished, unusual musician.
Uh-huh.
But about 3 songs in, he went, "I love playing in a graveyard."
That's the kind of chat you show up for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
good.
Yeah. Nice, taciturn, but it stays with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need these like loquacious outpourings.
Mm.
I saw that with Bill Callahan. I saw live. He was like that. Very,
Right.
very little chat.
Yeah.
Really respect it. And Harumi Hosono as well was good for that. I saw him at the bar.
For barely any chat.
Barely
so
any
it's-
chat. And what chat there was in Japanese.
Pixies don't do any chat.
Really?
They just go straight through.
Some
They do
people-
Straight
loads.
through is bad. I think check in. I think
Check in.
check in.
Everyone
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
Some
Yeah.
people do too much, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because also when they're not good at it, it's a bit painful.
Mm.
When they start doing jokes, it takes me out the moment because I go into work mode. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm like I'm giving myself up to the cathedral of music, and then I'll try to do a little joke, and I'm like, that wasn't well timed. I could do better than that. And then I'm in a superior.
2 of the best bits of that have actually worked, though, I want to bring up. One, I saw Beak at a festival, but they were like a special, like unannounced guest, like in a small tent. And about 4 songs in, they just went, "Hi, we're Coldplay," and then just never said anything else the rest of the gig. And then I saw Liam Gallagher. I've said this on the podcast before. I saw Liam Gallagher at the O2, and he did it at Encore, and then he went off, and all the house lights came on. And people started leaving, and he came out for a second encore. But he like put all the house lights on and like,
Nice.
and so he came back out and went, "I've heard there's a lot of silly billies in London."
That was the encore. No songs.
Yeah, and then
That was it?
walked straight off. No. So, what can you tell us? It's a bit early, but what can you tell us about your show for Edinburgh?
It's not
Fest?
early.
Yeah,
Should
it's
be
not-
finished.
Yeah, it's coming along, isn't it?
A
Getting
while.
nominated.
Was that the show you got nommed for?
It
Oh, is it? Okay.
So
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Why were you not nommed for best new show?
I don't know. I'm not, because it was only the 6th time I've done it, so I
Yeah.
was surprised, to be honest. I guess they didn't see me reading off my notes because I had them like hidden.
Yeah.
Oh,
bit-
sneaky.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. Do you know what I mean? Rather than notebook out, maybe I sort of shot myself in the foot a bit there. I don't know.
It's fine. I think best show's better than best new show.
So yeah, what can you tell us about the show?
What can you tell us about the show?
Well, it's called Baby Doomer, and it's going to be about the time that I went mad for about a year, 2 years ago. I had like a whole dissociative episode because of, basically actually just some like bad weed and stressful times. But I got to the point where I was like, I'll probably start talking about this now because I've not done anything else. So, like, it's weird with comedy, you have to like pull from life. And I was looking, I was like, all I've done all year is like had a mental collapse. So I'll probably just talk about that. And then like trans stuff, pepper some trans stuff in there.
Pepper some trans stuff in.
And then you're off really, ain't you?
And a callback at the end.
There's going to be a callback. There is a callback at the
There you
end.
go.
I find it quite stressful to do. You put in a lot of weight on the first time you say the callback. You ever done that? When you do the first joke and it doesn't work sometimes, and you're like, well, that's the show fucked. That's it now.
Yeah.
You're just sort of sitting on that.
Or as I've had in the past where I've forgotten to do the setup one.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that. I've heard that happening.
I did it at a gig about 3 months ago, and I just went, oh, what's happened there is I forgot to do this joke earlier, so you didn't know what I was talking about.
What else can you do?
But then they really love that.
Did they?
Yeah,
Sometimes they like a peek behind the curtain, don't they?
Yeah.
It's like Instagram culture now. They want to see the authentic you.
And how have you found like being trans in comedy? Because obviously, before you discovered or came out as trans, you did comedy as a man. And how do you feel like? Do you feel like you're treated any differently now, or do you notice it? Is it stressful? Like,
I've been a lot nastier.
Bilal's made his opinions pretty clear
on Facebook.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's more about like self-perception, isn't it, all the time? Because like it's about, especially when you're like early transition or like still making decisions about like the medical route and getting on the hormones and that. Like first year was tough because it felt like the only thing that you can do to let people know that you're trans is just like dressing up nice. And it's still the same. It's like, you know, even coming to this today, I was like, well, if I don't put a face on and wear a dress, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If a person is trans in a forest and doesn't have a MAC lipstick on, like, who cares?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's obviously been good. I think it's been good for my stand-up. I didn't really do stand-up before then. Not to say like it gave me stuff to talk about, but I think to do stand-up, you need to be quite in touch with like yourself and who you are.
Yeah, like
an audience can always tell.
It's that old trope of the more you are like yourself on stage and off stage, then the more chance you've got of actually succeeding in it, right?
Yeah. So I mean, like, because I felt I really struggled with doing comedy before, which is why I've been in it so long and not really, as you say, got anywhere with it. Because
Joey said that.
Well, both of you sort of.
I felt that way.
Because you don't really know what you're doing.
But you did a double act.
I did like sketch and character and stuff and more like theatrical things for a little while. And then the stand-up was really wanting to talk about the trans stuff. I kind of transitioned on stage, to be honest, because I was writing jokes as a way of talking to myself about these like questions and stuff. And that was my first show, Woke Flake. All came out of that. And then this show is a little bit more like trying to be a bit looser, chill the fuck out a bit.
Yeah.
First show was very like, well, we got to say something deep. And then this show is just like trying to prove that I can also be funny.
Yeah, and it's not like your defining thing.
Yeah.
It's not your USP.
Right.
Yeah.
But it does feel about like, you know, sometimes you do gigs, if it's like a queer gig or whatnot, or just like a normal gig, obviously it's just like, you're just being you up on stage. But sometimes, you know, you do get, I did like not a corporate, but like a members club one last night. And I was a nice time and everything, but I was very stressed because I felt a little bit like caged in by, do you know what I mean? Sometimes you feel like, shit, am I just like a totem of something here?
Yeah.
I don't know. You feel like a little bit like you're being watched in a zoo.
Yeah, right.
But,
and do you feel like, how do you feel about like, and I guess you must have it with like Asian network kind of stuff, like that you sort of become a poster person for like that community or that group of people.
I don't think I am because I mean, you know, there's like Jordan Gray and like, you know, Jen Ives and like, I've just so many other like more brilliant, more like known trans comedians at like, you know, Izzard as well and people like this.
But I mean, just generally like, you don't want to be like, oh, you're getting a phone call from LBC because there's a trans issue or whatever the radio station might be, or you get like a phone call from the BBC or whatever.
Because I straddle, I don't think I fit into the kind of the image that they want. I think especially like with my takes on like transition and like presentation and what that means, I don't think they see me as like fitting so neatly into the vision that they want as like the counter argument to whatever bullshit they're peddling.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, or maybe my PR is just not doing enough work.
I'll talk to him.
Yeah. Should be getting me on those.
Do you want to just send an email saying,
LBC.
hey, do you know Sam's trans? Just send that to
Did you know Sam is trans?
And then just put, would have been great to have been made aware of this before the podcast.
if you send that, I'll phone up Birmingham City Council.
I'd feel awful.
And can I ask, just from like a very sort of personal place, so my ex, I've talked about this a little bit on here before, my ex is trans, transitioning from female to male, and they have had like an awful time, like in the general public, of just being generally like mean and horrible, like random people on the streets, just people online. Do you have to deal with a lot of that as well, or do you think maybe it's because you're going the other way? I want to put it in a slightly more scientific term. That it's like
ships in the night,
maybe slightly easier, or I don't know, like. How's your experience been of that sort of stuff? I'm
always a little bit like, I have a lot of trans mass friends. I always feel like I can't really speak to like the exact experience, but I mean, we all share in a sort of a communality of otherness, right? Like it's this feeling of, I think sometimes I feel a little bit, especially when you come from a position of essentially having been like, you know, to all intents and purposes, like straight, white, male, and you've known what it is to just live like invisibly, but with privilege. You can just like move through society to then be in a situation where you're like, I put no effort into transit, like passing in public so I can like get to a gig unbothered, or I've got to put like a lot of effort in and I'm going to feel like on display or like I'm not good enough. And then you're entering in all these optics of like male gaze. And what like really got me was the idea of, you think it's just like, oh, it's like adverts will do this to you. It's like, oh, you know, you don't have to buy into that. It's all like the male gaze is this thing you can opt out of, but it's like it's just pervasive. It's just the fact of like leaving your house is being seen.
Yeah, totally.
I think I'm definitely lucky. Like I've never really had like, I've never had a major like hate crime incident. I've never been like attacked or assaulted on the streets, which you know happens to a lot of people. So I think I come from a position of privilege there, but yeah, I don't know. It does. Yeah, it changes. Like, obviously, it changes.
Yeah, I mean, it happened to my ex a couple of times while we were still together, because they also do drag, and a lot of places like there's nowhere to get into the makeup, so they would do it at home, and then going on public transport in full drag. It's just like a recipe for disaster, unfortunately.
Yeah, public transport really does it for me. I mean, this is kind of what the show's about as well, of like realizing that, because I was like having these panic attacks and getting like fully outside my skull for weeks at a time. And it was like realizing that this isn't just like me that's doing this. This is like a sense of fear that I have to like an external climate as well. It's like a thing that a lot of trans, queer, marginalized people have been through at this stage in the century. Do you know what I mean? Just like, yeah, it world kind of feels scary for sure.
And but I guess it is for a lot of people. I mean, I don't feel it, but I'd like to, which is why I try and look more like a paedophile these days.
You're going to be on one of those Instagram live pedo hunter things. Yeah.
That would be
no,
good.
It's just my haircut.
You'd be good in that.
That would be good in that.
You need to do a sort of like a pedo hunter thing where you go on chat forums like Club Penguin and pose as a paedophile.
But I'm not. I'm just trying to catch a hunter.
And I guess what the end goal would be, meeting up with them in a park and they're filming you and you're filming them.
Yeah.
Both going, I got you.
Yeah. And call it a draw and
shake hands and walk off.
Lovely afternoon.
Do you watch those videos?
No, I can't watch any.
I went through a phase of watching
me too.
them.
I go through a phase of like watching a bunch of them and then you can't anymore.
No.
It's like when do you do that thing where sometimes I get re-obsessed with like 9/11 and I'll watch all the 9/11, every angle, 9/11, like all angles.
Angles of the actual...
Yeah, of the planes going in. Do you not do that?
Not of that specifically, but I would look at... I will look up all the dictators that have been assassinated and see if there's pictures.
Nice. Okay. It's a similar... You're like in a weird place and you think, I need to really look at something that's going to like suck, like a leech. It's going to suck this out of me. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I watch 9/11 until I cry sometimes.
Okay. What about you?
There was a really good programme on One Edinburgh. It was always on the same time of night when I got home. I've never been able to find it since. Yeah. But it's called Destroyed in Seconds. And it was just like huge explosions of like tankers and things like that. That's the sort of thing I'd like.
Yeah, that's a nicer.
But I also really like, you know, sort of quite gruesome murder documentaries.
Right.
I'm one of those kind of people, I guess. I've kind of grown out of that now though. But
like a true crime?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, do you do any of the YouTube true crime?
No, I don't. No,
it's good.
YouTube,
good. It's awful.
I don't watch YouTube ones.
Yeah,
it's Netflix.
It's a big rabbit hole. That stuff. Very easy to get into.
No. I need my tragedies to be like global, like epoch changing in nature. Otherwise, I find it too sad. I find it quite the true crime. I just find it quite. Sad.
It's awful.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's this. Yeah.
Yeah. Why are people doing
fascination?
That? It's not nice.
No, it's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killing. Not on.
Be nice to everyone, everybody.
Be nice to everyone, everybody.
Wow, we got a little bit. That's little bits of actual genuine sentiment from me there.
Was it? Are
Getting
you
quite
going
worried.
to cry?
Be nice to everyone, everybody. I'm not going to cry.
You look like you're crying a bit.
Get some big explosions up. That will get you going.
I mean, my
destroyed in
dead.
seconds. So did you say you had some bad weed and went mad for a bit?
Yeah.
For how long?
Like about 8 months. It wasn't just the weed. It was.
But that was a big.
It was these big energy drinks as well.
It was. Yeah. I was cane and C4s every day.
C4.
I wasn't listening to my PA. I was eating banh mi's.
Should we get a PO instead of a PT? That would be better.
Pizza.
It's all right. It was good. It was good.
I'd rather have a PA. I'll kind of have it spell out.
Right.
What else? Have you got anything else that you want to tell the viewers and listeners, the normal people? Is there anything you want to tell them, the people at home?
Be nice to me. I've had a very stressful week. And if you want to, I've done a special. If you want to watch it, it's called Woke Flake.
Yeah,
for free. You can just have that if you like.
And that's free
on YouTube. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Just put it out. Have it. It was so hard to make, but I did it, and it's really good.
Why was it hard to make?
Because I did it all myself.
Oh, okay.
No one wanted to make my special, so I just made it.
Okay.
Where did you film it?
Museum of Comedy.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Yeah. Where did you do yours?
The Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Was that one up here?
Was that Cakes or
no? That was
Care?
Upstairs. Cakes.
Was it here?
Yeah, the Care one was Bill Murray.
Ah, right. Okay. You put them both up for free.
No, the Care one was done by that. The Cakes is free, but Care was Go Faster Stripe because they sort out.
They do a good,
that
you're right. And then it's just hosted on their website, right? But then after a while, you put it on YouTube.
No, you every time someone buys it, you get half the money.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Which they sort out the audience and everything. So
yeah, and also it's a great
right.
it's a really good roster to be a part of. They do really good stuff.
Rooster.
It's not a rooster, it's a roster, isn't it? It's a roster.
I don't know why I did that.
I know I'm not up on PA, PT, but you can't get me on roster, rooster.
It's Rooster.
So yeah, go check out Sam's special. We will put the link to it in the description below.
Won't.
Oh yeah,
no, Kays will do it. It's down there. Do you like that?
Oh.
Are we doing that?
Well, are you going to do anything with that?
Huh?
Are you actually going to do anything with that?
No, it's just going to be us doing this. Nothing. It's down there.
And what's your social meds?
It's all like Sam Nicoresti. Yeah, I'm on TikTok. I wouldn't mind some more views on TikTok, actually. I don't really use it, but Instagram I do a fair bit. You get bored. It's like, why would I post?
I know.
I remember when you lived in Mottingham and it sounded like Nottingham.
Oh, yeah. God, that was years ago.
I was like, that's a long way to come to this gig with no one here.
Yeah, well, I mean, even from Mottingham.
I'm from sort of near, though.
Oh, yeah, like Elton. I bet
is that big? Oh, is it?
It's nearish.
Salute. This is disgusting. Don't drink.
That's all we've got time for today.
Well, thank you very much, Sam. It's been a very enjoyable
it has.
experience.
You enjoyed that?
All right, great.
Is that okay for you?
Was that all right? What do you think of
I had
this?
a nice time. Well, I always find it a little stressful because it's like we're communing, but then this. But I hope that we had fun and
we had fun.
These guys, that's the main thing. If these guys,
we don't give
these guys
had
fun.
But please sign up to the Patreon.
Here's the special.
Yeah, and if you want to donate to my paying the cigarette fine,
oh boy,
I guess
we might have a mysterious benefactor, or even better, somebody that can help get you off of it because they're in the Birmingham New Street area and work for the council.
They saw what happened. Well, just message me privately.
Oh, you could get
false witness.
Let's not say it on here. Yeah, but
we'll chat off mic.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
Thank you very much. Bye.